How regenerative agriculture brings life back to the land. A sustainable farming method called regenerative agriculture seeks to improve and restore ecosystem health, especially soil vitality. Through an emphasis on techniques that enhance biodiversity, store carbon, and increase water retention, it builds resilient agricultural systems that are advantageous to nearby populations and the environment. In this video, we will highlight 7 key points illustrating how regenerative agriculture revitalizes the land. Number 7. Soil health restoration. Regenerative agriculture is built on the foundation of soil health, which has a profound impact on farming systems' sustainability and production. A wide variety of microorganisms, including as nematodes, bacteria, fungus, and protozoa, are found in healthy soils and are essential for the decomposition of organic matter, cycling of nutrients, and prevention of illness. Because of their reliance on chemical pesticides and fertilizers, excessive plowing, and monoculture farming, conventional agriculture techniques frequently upset these delicate ecosystems. This disturbance may cause erosion, compaction, and degradation of the soil, lowering its fertility and making it more susceptible to outside stresses. Regenerative agriculture employs techniques like reduced tillage and cover crops to address these issues. During fallow seasons, cover crops such as legumes, grasses, and brassicas are sown to prevent soil erosion, control weed growth, and improve nutrient availability by fixing nitrogen and adding organic matter. Reduced tillage also lessens soil disturbance, which permits the gradual development of natural soil structure. By using a comprehensive approach, soil health is not only increased, but is also better able to retain water, becomes more resilient to floods and droughts, and creates a thriving ecosystem that promotes the growth of healthy crops. Number 6. Carbon sequestration. One important way that regenerative agriculture may combat climate change and enhance soil health at the same time is through carbon sequestration. Large volumes of carbon can be stored in soils as organic matter, which are carbon-rich substances derived from decaying plant and animal debris. By adding biomass that raises soil organic carbon levels, techniques like agroforestry, which incorporates trees into agricultural landscapes, greatly increase this capacity to store carbon. For instance, deep-rooted trees can add organic matter through root degradation and leaf litter, as well as obtain nutrients from deeper soil layers. By minimizing soil disturbance, no-till farming contributes even more to carbon sequestration. Conventional plowing and tilling methods frequently cause soil disturbance, which releases carbon dioxide back into the sky. Furthermore, regenerative techniques like applying biochar added to the soil can greatly boost the soil's capacity to store carbon, while simultaneously enhancing fertility and water retention. According to research, switching to regenerative techniques has the potential to store huge amounts of CO2 over time. Global adoption of these practices is estimated to be able to offset a major share of the yearly emissions of greenhouse gases. This double benefit fosters healthier soils, which support sustained agricultural productivity in addition to reducing the effects of climate change. Number 5. Biodiversity enhancement. The viability of agricultural systems depends heavily on biodiversity, which is also necessary for robust ecosystems. By using polycultures as opposed to monocultures and a variety of cropping methods, regenerative agriculture actively supports biodiversity. Growing a single crop over large expanses of land is known as monoculture farming, and it can result in pest outbreaks since there are no natural predators and the crop is more susceptible to diseases brought on by pathogens that need consistent conditions. Regenerative farming methods, on the other hand, promote planting several crop species together or seasonal crop rotation in order to establish a more harmonious ecology. Growing diverse crops close together or intercropping, for example, can naturally discourage pests. Certain plants can also draw beneficial predators or repel pests. Furthermore, a variety of root systems that may reach different soil layers and supply organic matter at different depths are encouraged by a diversified plant population, which improves nutrient cycling. In addition to offering vital ecosystem services like increased pollination rates and increased resistance against climate variability, the resultant ecosystem is more resilient and able to tolerate environmental shocks like droughts and floods. Increased biodiversity also boosts total farm productivity because varied systems, as opposed to monocultures, can produce more food per acre because of the complementing interactions between various species. Number 4. Water retention improvement. Sustainably managed water resources are essential for agriculture, especially in areas where water is becoming more scarce or where climate change is causing irregular rainfall patterns. Improved soil structure and organic matter content result from regenerative agriculture, which increases soil's capacity to hold water. When it rains heavily, healthy soils with a high organic matter content can easily absorb large volumes of rainwater while minimizing surface runoff, which is crucial for preventing erosion and nutrient loss from agricultural areas. Techniques like mulching, which involve covering the soil with organic materials like wood chips or straw to prevent evaporation from the soil's surface, inhibit the growth of weeds that compete with the soil for water resources and assist maintain moisture levels. Additionally, methods like contour farming and the construction of swales-thin trenches intended to collect water assist in efficiently directing water flow across the landscape. During heavy rains, these techniques slow down water movement, allowing it to seep into the soil instead of flowing off into waterways and potentially causing flooding or pollution downstream. In addition to strengthening agricultural resilience during dry spells, these methods shield streams from contamination and sedimentation brought on by runoff containing pesticides or fertilizers. Consequently, farmers can reduce their need on irrigation infrastructure while preserving crop health in times of drought or irregular precipitation. Number 3. Animal integration. Livestock integration into regenerative farming systems fosters a symbiotic relationship that improves overall farm productivity and ecological health while benefiting both crops and animals. By using managed grazing strategies, cattle can graze on pasturelands in a way that encourages plant regrowth and enhances soil health by cycling nutrients from manure deposition. These techniques imitate the natural grazing patterns found in wild herbivore populations. To prevent overgrazing in any one location and give grazed pastures time to fully recuperate before being regrazed later, rotational grazing, for instance, entails moving cattle between different pastures based on their growth stage. By using animal dung that is high in vital nutrients like nitrogen and phosphorus, this method improves the overall quality of pastures while promoting the growth of a varied range of plants that sustain wildlife habitats. Additionally, by grazing on undesirable plants before they seed, cattle can naturally suppress weeds. This lessens the need for chemical pesticides and fosters healthier ecosystems where beneficial insects coexist peacefully with crops rather than being wiped out by pesticide use. Farmers may increase output while reducing their environmental impact by promoting this all-encompassing strategy that successfully combines livestock and crop management. Number 2. Community empowerment. Regenerative agriculture places a strong emphasis on community involvement and local food systems as essential elements of sustainable farming methods meant to empower smallholder farmers worldwide. Local markets are more important to farmers than global supply chains controlled by large agribusinesses, which frequently put profit before sustainability. This will increase farmers' economic resilience against market fluctuations brought on by erratic global trends like trade disputes or the effects of climate change, which could negatively affect commodity prices for small producers across the globe. Through the purchase of shares of seasonal produce in advance, community-supported agriculture (CSM) models enable customers to directly support local farms. This generates steady revenue streams for farmers during growing seasons and offers fresh food options directly sourced from nearby producers who value sustainable practices over industrialized alternatives. Additionally, educational programs that disseminate information about regenerative farming practices equip farmers with the know-how they need to successfully implement these practices. Workshops that address everything from cover cropping strategies to composting techniques gradually increase community capacity for sustainable farming practices. By encouraging cooperation among farmers through shared resource networks or cooperatives, this community-focused approach strengthens local economies and promotes sustainable lives for all parties involved. Number 1. Ecosystem restoration. Regenerative agriculture is crucial to rebuilding ecosystems that have been damaged by conventional farming methods like monoculture cropping and overuse of pesticides, which destroy habitat and cause biodiversity loss. Through the use of comprehensive land management measures such as habitat protection programs, wetland restoration projects, and reforestation activities, farmers can restore degraded landscapes and encourage the regeneration of biodiversity within those ecosystems. To improve water quality downstream through natural filtration processes, for example, planting native vegetation along waterways helps filter pollutants from agricultural runoff while also providing habitat for wildlife species. Restoring wetlands also improves flood resilience by absorbing excess rainwater during storms. By utilizing natural predator-prey relationships, these restorative approaches not only improve the habitats of different species but also improve ecosystem functions like pollination and pest management. Nutrient cycling through the breakdown of organic matter and water purification through filtration are essential processes that keep agricultural landscapes ecologically balanced throughout time. Regenerative agriculture greatly improves environmental health and provides farmers with financial rewards by placing a high priority on ecosystem restoration within agricultural landscapes. This ensures that future generations' requirements are successfully and sustainably satisfied. In summary, regenerative agriculture strengthens ecosystems, stores carbon, and strengthens communities to promote a sustainable farming future while simultaneously revitalizing the land. If you liked our video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel.